Hi, this is Marching Memories Cinema, and I'm going to do a little bit of different video on this thing. And Marching Memories Cinema, and I know that when subscribers subscribe, some subscribers are expecting content to be coming out on a weekly basis. Now, there is a channel I know that does that. It's my friend who has a channel, Grant's channel. What's it called? Man, I just can't find his channel at the moment. But anyway, but my channel releases movies, and because I do a lot of cinema and movies, I will be honest that it's going to be harder for me to release movies all at once. It's going to be harder to release films and stuff, and it's because on this channel, making movies takes a lot of time. So you've seen episode 7 of Southman as a recent one. This one was a really good episode, but it took a lot of time to edit. It took a lot of time to edit this stuff because it does. Just editing in general takes a lot of time. Because of that, I don't think a lot of subscribers understand that. They want content to come out immediately. So, by the way, if this introduction's too long, then you can always skip it. But we're going to take about 30 minutes in this video and explaining some things. But I'm going to show you the process, a little bit of the process that I'm going through with editing. And what you do is you're just going to go on a journey at this point as we're editing one of our videos. And every time I'm editing this video, you're going to get to see, maybe not every time, but I'll do probably 1 or 2 or 3 sessions of me showing you me editing a video and the process that comes in. Let's just try to do a little bit of editing where I can get some sleep. So that's the music. Right now we need to focus not on the music, but focus on creating the sound effects. Let's hear that sounds. That's pretty good. That part's kind of a little weird. So when he's walking here, he's doing a stick. So what we need to do is we need to find that. Hold on, let me... Well, part of the issue is, I know we do what's the word? I think we stretched it a little bit. So what we need to do is, in this scene, he's walking, but he also uses a stick. So you'll see this in a minute here. With the music, what does it sound like? That sounds pretty good. You can barely notice the problems, is it? Now with stick, you could get away with it, but you see how he like puts the stick down? So what we need to do is we need to go into here. We need to go into videos. We need to go into Westman short. And we need a music. Oh yeah, this stick. It's this one. Now it's got that little bit of that wind. So what we can do with this is we can open this up, and what you do is you open this up in Audacity. Now it's gonna have some okay, it's gonna have some problems sometimes. So when we have this problem, we actually have to do some converting. The ones I mentioned, the converter I have on the actual desktop ain't that good, to be honest. So hold on here for a second. Convert here, MPA, which is a real weird format. It's what my M4A to like wave. Okay, we got this cloud to converter, which you can use for my computer. So we gotta look for it. Westman clips or an audio, and it was the stick. Okay. Now, I wonder if we actually, should we do maybe MP3 instead? Might be a better quality. Now we convert it. We wait for this to convert. So it's processing. Meanwhile, let's see here on my channel. What's some things we could watch? Oh, never mind. Download. There we go. Go into here. And go into here. And I like to put it in the convert it section. And now we're gonna open that in Audacity, and it should open up now. Ah, there it goes. So sometimes you have to convert stuff. It's because I record on my cell phone. So now let's delete that. We don't need an extra file. We don't need more than one file. All right, cool. So here's the audio, and here's what you do. So now we're in Audacity, and we're playing with the stuff, right? You hear all that. So we could probably maybe play with this a little bit, like here, and get to the part where there isn't a stick hitting the ground. Okay, right here. Okay. Now we go to effects, we go to reduce reduction, and we do get profile, noise profile, then we do actually zoom out. Okay. Now we do noise reduction. We can even listen to it. think it sounds good. What's this do? You smooth it out. Needs to be a little bit more sensitive. Maybe a little bit higher. Too much, it sounds weird. I wish I had like a perfect setting for you guys in a moment, but we're just gonna play with this. I think that sounds good. Okay. So now we can save the project. I like to put this one as edit. Okay, now we kind of import this and edit. Oh, well, it's going to be as a WAV file, so maybe we can change that to MP3 file instead. Standard. Should we do the insane or just extreme? Let's do the extreme. Oh, okay. Well, I guess not. Or maybe you just do standard. No. Okay, okay. Jeez. Alright, let's just do a WAV file then. We're gonna be like that. Okay? So it ended up going back to being a WAV file anyway. Right. So now we go back into our video editor. And now this is where the timing on all this gets really hard. It's better to mute the music. Let's see. So you see, hold on, I'm not catching it, am I? You don't actually see the stick, so I'm wondering if maybe, here we go. Okay, you see that? We'll slow it down a little bit, and you just gotta get the timing right a little bit. Right. And here's my strategy too with this. So he's walking, but you don't see it hit the ground. So should I put a stick hitting up? Look, you see a little bit of something. Well, what I could do is every time he turns left, I can make a stick noise because you don't actually see it. So you see how he turns that, and he goes, well, he goes. So when he goes, right here, so you know you go, just, it's to help leave a marker. This is my idea, okay? Or maybe, I don't know. It kind of confuses me a little bit. It's this shot, to be honest. So maybe zoom out a little, zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like right there, right? Yeah. That makes sense. So kind of like when he goes, you hear it maybe like right here. So you gotta listen to it too. Oh, then it's kind of like... kind of like right there. And then, see how hard this is? So you guys see how long it takes me to do this stuff. So what I'm trying to do right now is put markers. Kind of probably help me out. You know, if you get what I'm meaning. I'll show you in a minute here. Let me just... gotta get that timing right. It's kind of like right there. And then it's... And see, that's pretty accurate because it goes with the sound. But what I'm trying to figure out... Here it is. It's kind of like right there. See that? So it kind of goes... Oh, man. Hold on. So maybe we don't always have to record him showing him at the sick, because we want to do some, you want to be a little bit lazy, right? So let's say he like moves his stick up a little bit. So we don't always have to do this. Look. Okay, this is what we could do. So once we get in here, we need to see when he like actually puts the stick down. If you can even see, for that matter, right? So zoom in. Oh, there we go. Look. There we go. So maybe that's a... Yeah, that's kind of like a marker. And Jude... Sorry, the character, Jude, actually does kind of... So, I mean, you could watch this and see it. It actually seems earlier for this one, look. Maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. No. I don't know. Ah, that's confusing me. This is confusing my brain. See, so you see how this is not as easy as you think. So we got the markers, and so now what we're going to do, because we're running out of time in this video, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and put in the music. So convert it, edit, here we go. We got that right here, right? So now we're going to bring this down, and we're going to find out from here. We want to like take every time you hear that little stick dropping. So what if we just cut it out a little bit? So here's where it starts, see? Where it starts. So let's say we do that, take that out, and we just get this little section. And then we take this section, can even maybe go, and then so that's the example of it hitting the ground. This is another example of the thing hitting the ground, the stick. So we can get that, delete that. Now how many did we actually need? Do you remember? So we did a couple cuts, right? Little slits. So 1, 2, 3. And actually, by the way, I don't always do this in my video editing, but 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, we're running out of time, but let's at least get 2. Okay. Okay, that's looking really good. And again, we can chop that down a little bit, give some like fade to it. And now this looks like super messy, right? Move some of the wind. There we go. So now what you do is you click this. And I wonder if I could actually do the same with other stuff too. I don't know. But anyway, so here's remember he hits the stick. So you move this guy right here, and it should do this, sound like this. Now it's a little too loud, so we can play with that a little bit and, you know, we put these volumes at 902, so you could go to 902 and do this. I kind of like that. Kind of like the same volume, a little bit lower because it is loud noise. There we go. So now you just kind of do the same thing. Here's another example of that. You can even copy. You can even press Control-C, then you can delete it. And I know it seems like, why would you delete it? By the way, we're almost out of seconds here of the video. But let me just do this one more real quick, and then I will show you, because we did lose some time when we started. But this would be another example. You just put this here. You would churn this down to what was the level of that thing anyway. I did about 12.7. so you can even read it right. You can bring it down to 12.7, and then it'll sound like this. So you can barely hear it, but it's like, now it's got some weird noise to it, but I think if you put the music together, it sounds like this. And it sounds decent, right? So let's hear the whole thing, or get the drift of the whole thing. Sounds amazing. When you're video editing, it takes a long time to video edit, and the one thing I will just say is Westman is going to be the hardest one. We made this movie like it's a 1917, like it never stops, and because that, we were following the character, and there was 2 footsteps. It would include me, actually more than one, 2 footsteps. It would include me, and it would include me behind our actor, this main actor here, and then it also we would have another actor that was helping out me with some extra stuff. So it required 2 people to do a 1917 kind of concept. We did our best. It was kind of a little rough at times, but it requires you to have more than one person, and because you don't want to hear multiple footsteps. There's supposed to be only one character. So we have to remove all the sound effects, plus you probably have some cars in the background, to actually get that, and then you have to replace it with either creating your own sound effects and cover it. Some of this stuff I get on the internet, like for example, I got this from a website that I use, so let's just show you real quick, freesounds.com. And that's where, for whatever the reason, the server's down for whatever reason today, but from this guy, this creator on the website, he created this one, and you have to replace the audio. So it's going to take long. Imagine not just doing this part, but then having to do that for the whole rest of the film. All of it, including any lyrics or anything, needs to be done. So if you get that picture, if you get the understanding of that, then you understand how hard it is to make something, to make a movie. So thank you for watching this, and continue to watch our channel. Please be patient with us because you see the process it takes.